तू मेरा पिता, तू है मेरा माता, तू मेरा बंधप, तू मेरा भ्राता, तू मेरा राखा सबनी थाई तापो के हा काड़ा जियो तुमरी कृपा ते तुद पछाना तू मेरी ओट तू है मेरा माना तुझ बिन दूजा अवर न कोई सब तेरा खेल अखाड़ा जियो.
We will now go through the questions put forward by the seekers. A disciple of a master will go where his master goes. Okay? So, if a person, let's say we call him person A. So, if person A follows person B, who is a master but not a PLM, and person B is a disciple of a perfect living master, will person A go to the level where person B goes to?
Okay, so the answer might be controversial, but I will try to answer at best. Let's say you get initiation from a master, but he or she is not a PLM, meaning not a perfect living master or a Sadguru or fifth level. Let's say this person A getting initiation from master of the third level. So, because in the question say, okay, will the person A go where this master go, right? Yes, correct. Because the whole thing is the chain reaction. But it will take slightly longer time for this person A to reach the fifth level. Because he have to experience a lot of experience in the Param level, the third level more. So he cannot be right away pulled up to the fifth level of existence. There's a lot of people that come to me, asking to do meditation with me. So here and there, I would meet with people that get initiation, whether from the guru of third level or the guru of the fifth level, Sadguru or Satguru, both of them. They will come and asking me, okay, sister, can we sit down and meditate with you? Because we also following Sun Mat teaching, the light and sound of meditation, just like you. I said, you're most welcome. So after the session, the person also said to me, oh, it's very, very good session. We get pulled more from the love inside. And we don't understand why. Because you're not our master. You just disciple just like us. But let me tell the secret. When you meditate with a person that really surrender to God's will, or really sincerely understand the teaching of the master, so it's as good as you meditating with the master, a perfect living master, himself or herself. Because inside we are one. If you go to the person that can pull you inside to that oneness, you should go. It's really very good for you. And each session of meditation with such one will pull you closer and closer to God realization inside. That's why sometimes even with a perfect living master that give the disciple full initiation, that initiation cannot be complete. Why? Because the level of the reception, or they cannot be receptive of the all power of perfect living master yet. In one session of meditation, during the time of initiation, some people can only give 10% of blessing or grace. Some can get 100%. But with the people who get very fail of blessing and grace, they need to come and see perfect living master more, or even a sincere disciple of a perfect living master, to make a connection. So by that connection, they might get another 30% more. They might get another 70% more. And sometimes they can come and complete all the 100%. It might look very confusing if the people still looking at, okay, this is this is that master, this is that master from this lineage, but not, this is not my master. Because in the physical, master might look different and of different level from our understanding. But inside, they are one. They all represent oneness. And in whichever mean you come into connection with that person, if you have chance to go inside, and you'll be able to withdraw your attention and connect with their energy, it will instantly pull you into the oneness. So my question is, whoever you go, you should look at yourself, whether you have benefit or not. Just go. If that person teach you to go inside, to meditate, to see the truth for yourself, it's good for you. And by affinity, that person can help you and pull you inside and give whatever he or she know to you directly. So we should not use our mind to discriminate whether this is the guru of third level, the guru of fifth level, or the guru of ninth level. It's no use. Unless you experience that truth inside yourself. It doesn't matter whichever level of the person sit in front of you. The only way that you can validate is to go inside and experience that truth. And you will know it's the same royal road as Ishwaji or Sawan Singhji said. That's one royal road inside that pull you up to the seat of the Creator, to Satpurush or even Anami Purush.
When a person attains God-level consciousness, how is he going back to his mundane life, working in the physical realm, knowing that this is just an illusion?
It's very easy. When you have that God consciousness or have God awareness, of every level at the same time. You will wake up to see that you live your life in the illusion. But this time, because you're also all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-present, just like God, just like the power of God, then you live this life very happily. Because you know that that's nothing outside God's will. And that's nothing outside God's control. So you will come back to live in the illusion where you see this illusion as the playground of God. And you have the consciousness of God where you can see every little thing in the perfection as God sees everything as perfect. So for me, if I ever have that God consciousness and operate in this physical realm, I will be the happiest person in this whole world. Because I can transcend my mind, I can transcend my emotion, and I can transcend this physical level where everything is happy and there's no suffering in any way. So I think it will be very, very easy for me to operate if I ever have that God awareness within myself at all times.
When a living person goes to a higher realm, I'm guessing this is during meditation. For example, the causal realm. What is the method to go back to his physical form?
We just wake up to our physical reality. Just like one of my friends said, you just open your eyes and start to operate from the physical form. But it can be confusing as you come down from the causal level of awareness, where you just operate in thought and doesn't recognize any form. So come back to the form again, a solid form, as a physical form, can be challenging. It can create confusion for a while, sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes half an hour. So my advice is that when you have very deep experience inside, slowly come out from that experience and to the physical form again. Don't rush getting up and doing things, right? Try to appreciate the going out from meditation process. That's why you will see in a lot of Ishvapuriji meditation session, while coming out from meditation, the master will count down, slowly come out of meditation. You use your both hand rubbing, and you rub your face, you rub your physical body to come back slowly to the physical form again. Otherwise, it can give a lot of shock, to your own experience. And my advice is that whenever you do meditation, maybe you should inform other people in your home. Do not disturb you unless it's emergency. Because the sudden call during very deep state of meditation can shake you. If somebody try and call out very loud in front of you when you do deep state of meditation, you can have dizziness, you can have disorientation in your mind, in your emotion, and in your physical body. In the Supreme Master Shinghai practice, we always say that, okay, if we have to call some people out of their deep meditation, we have to go in front of that person. You try to call and touch their wisdom eye center. Try to touch the wisdom eye on the forehead, just a little bit poke and calling. So that person can adjust and have a peaceful coming out of their meditation. But we cannot go and shake that person or drag that person, because it can create disorientation for a while after meditation. It's best for you to inform others, and it's best for other people to learn how to call you out properly from the meditation session.
Since time works differently in higher realms, can a person stay in a higher realm for 100 years while still sitting in meditation for just 5 minutes in his physical form?
Yes, it's possible. According to Ishwapuriji, they make in America, they make some experiment on dream, and that's one person can dream a whole lifetime of 100 years in 7 minutes. So it's possible that in the inner realm, time expand into 100 or 1,000 years. Why in this physical earth it's only 5 minutes or 10 minutes passing? Because time, it depends on the observer. Time is subjective to us. So, for example, time from the soul level is illusion. Time is infinity for the soul from the soul realm of existence, especially from the fifth level, from Sachkhand. Time is totally just a concept. It's not real. So it depends on the observer mode. Ask yourself right now, who am I? Who is this observer? Which level of awareness I'm observing from about this time, about this experience, about this illusion that project in front of me? So you will understand that the nature of time is different from the observer. For example, from human, time passed by at the same pace, right? We have the time by the physical clock, where one day we have 24 hours, where time progressing forward and never backward. But then again, if you in the astral realm, right, you can pause the time. And you can also slowly progressing forward or fast forward the time. In the causal realm, in the second level, you can even do more than that. You can go to the past, you can go to the future, you can be in the present and watching that unfold before you. At the soul level, at the Param level, it's even more fascinating, as you can see all the events happening at the same time. Even that event is for you, for other people. You can see that unfold, in front of you at the same time. Like you see everything from the parallel universe or the multiverse. And time is not existence in our fifth realm or two home. It's just a concept that far away. It's just the concept that we use here with the different variety of characters, different character from God that is with time. But if you with God, then there's no time. And time, it's even more weird concept if we look from Anami Purush level. time is just something that it's part of the play, part of the variety of illusion that the whole multiverse create itself. I would say that, time only take it. We can only take the time seriously when we in this physical earth, in another realm. They don't take this time seriously at all. And time lose its grip of control while we reaching Param, the soul level. The soul empowering the infinity more than the infinite of time and space.
If a living person meditates and travels to the higher realms, will he know his future in that realm, since free will only exists in the physical realm? Won't this person know if he succeeds in reaching the highest realm even before being there? I think it's because the questioner says that, you have free will and you don't have free will in the higher realms. Therefore, would you know your progress in the higher realms when you're still in physical?
Yes, the nature of this free will only exists in the physical realm. And in the other realm, it's only God will, not free will. So, when we raising our awareness beyond this physical realm, we will understand that the spiritual journey that we currently practicing or try to reach the ultimate, our true home in Sachkhand, is already predestined. It's already marked the success. Like you said, the moment that you come to see a perfect living master, to ask to be his or her disciple, your journey has ended at that point. Why? Because from that, master take over your physical free will to be his or her own will and operate in your life. So, by coming to see a perfect being, the representative of God, we also losing our physical free will in physical realm of existence. But it's so wonderful and beautiful of how is that happening. Because you will understand that we have been taken care of from this physical realm. And also we have been taken care of from the astral, causal, Prabram to Sachkhand level. And nothing is actually in our hand. But imagine you live your life that you know the highest authority of this universe. How your life gonna be? Everything will run smoothly, right? You will have all the support of everything. When you discover that, okay, everything is not your will anymore, everything is master will. So from that surrendering mentality, master will take over your life. And then everything will work out for you. And you'll live a charmed life where you don't have to struggle for anything. Everything will hand to you very easily. Provide that you have complete faith in your master. Never question master for anything. And you have complete surrendering to master will or God will. From my life, I'm only handful of people who be able to do that. But when they be able to do that, they live really charming and beautiful life with the understanding of God, The more you practice living in God's will, the more you will come to realize that nothing is in your control. Everything is in divine will. and divine will express itself in different character, in different experience here in this physical level.
Will a living person lose all free will at the higher realms? Which means, won't he just go with the flow just like the angels and the lower gods that live in the realm?
Yes, we will go with the flow once we reach Param, the third level of existence already. So once we, the soul empowering the mind more, we will start to live in that God will and not our own mind will.
Are there higher gods and lower gods in the realm of existence?
Yes, they are, because everything is replica of itself. And the lower God is totally different than the higher God. If we're talking about God, the creator, the Satpurush from the fifth level, yes, he's very different than the gods and goddesses that operate in the second level of existence. They might look similar from a human perspective, from the physical level, but how they function is totally different. For example, God in the causal realm, God in Brahm level, right? God and goddesses, they still operate in limitation. They operate in causal character. They operate within the framework of the karmic realms. They operate in time, in past, present, and future. So for them, it's still a lifetime for them. Even they reach the causal realms, they still can be born, they still can die. So therefore, their time have limitation. But for God, the creator in the fifth realm of existence, Satpurush, he lives in infinity, mean limitless. So he can be everywhere and in everyone and all powerful at the same time. And Satpurush never born and Satpurush never die. So that's totally different matter. But, God, in this physical realm, we see God differently. We think, okay, God should come in person, and show God that godliness power to us in this physical earth. That's why, in order to make normal people to be convinced about the existence of God, Satpurush have to come in this physical level, in the physical form as a perfect living master, for us to see, for us to hear about the higher teaching, for us to have the true God realization of the highest authority. So this is very strange phenomenon, the very strange event that is happening in this physical realm, unlike the other realm of existence where God the Almighty from Satpurush level, our true home level of the fifth level of existence, came down in this physical earth and have the same awareness of God, but operate here side by side with us in the physical form. The perfect living master is not existing in other level of existence. They're not born in the astral, they're not born in the causal, and they're not born in the Param level. They're only born here in the physical. Because human being is special. It's the only realm of existence that we can exercise our own free will. And that free will given to human to seek God the Almighty, to seek to be one with Satpurush. So this is very special realm of existence, providing that we have a lot of limitation. We cannot remember our previous incarnation. We work in limitation. But being here, if you exercise and live your human life for the greater purpose of seeking the truth, this also will lead you to go back to the highest achievement of the soul, where you merge back with the Creator, where you merge back with Satpurush level.
Are gods and deities immortal? Do they eventually pass on their duties to other souls?
Yes, the Almighty God cannot die or cannot be born. Yes, like I said previously, but the other gods and goddesses from Param, they can die. They can die. They have let's say, the period of 100 God years like us. But their God year is equal to eons of time of our human time. Yes, but they can die. But when they die, they have to pass on their duty of serving to the next appropriate soul. That previously that soul had done a lot of good merit to be born as a ruler of the Brahm level on the second level of existence. Yes, they can. And these are happening constantly, throughout the existence of this universe. So when they change the ruler one time, if they change this ruler one time, the dissolution will happen. And when they change this ruler of the second realms of existence more than 3 times to the 4th time, the grand dissolution will happen. It means the creation withdraw itself to the lower part of Sachkhand, mean lower part of 5th level. So this is another subject of another time that we can talk about dissolution. But I would say that yes, gods and goddesses of the lower realm of existence, they have their time because they still operate in the karmic level, meaning they have karma, they have duty, so-called dharma to fulfill, to serve. Who are they serving? They're serving for 2 purposes. Firstly, they're serving God the Almighty. And secondly, they're serving and assisting human. How we operate here. And they are also serving to human wishes. For example, sometimes human will make a prayer where we want to be rich, we want to be famous. So we go to a shrine, our God and goddesses of the lower realms of existence, the God of the second level, to fulfill that kind of wish. And that God and goddesses have the duty to take care of this wish until it's fulfilled. Whether it's 100 years, whether it's 1,000 years, they have to fulfill this prayer, this wish of the human. So therefore, you will see that one will have affinity of the lower god than the other. So, for example, in my culture, we have concept of deities. For our culture, we are agricultural based, right? We have deities of farming, and this deity take care of farmland. So a lot of time during the planting season, we will make a wish to this deity to take care of our farmland, to bring more rain, to make all the crops grow well, and make a lot of profit next harvest season. So these deities of, you can say like angel of the astral realm, have to take care of this wish to fulfill the human prayer. So to have to assist during those season to make everything going well. And the reward is that this deity will have blessing when at the end of the harvest season, if they take care well of our farmland. So by this blessing, this deity will become more powerful next season, that we ask her again for take care of our farmland. So yeah, it's like this, because in this universe, everything exchanges in merit and energy wise. So that's what they do. The reward of being deity, being God, is not money like us. Their reward is blessing and power. But remember one thing, they're not higher than human beings. They're here as our assistants. They're here as the working member and the servants of God the Almighty. So in human form, we have capacity to reach God the Almighty, the Creator. So in a way, we are higher than them. So never worship them to be like anything higher than us, but respect them as they are here to assist us for our life to be working well, and for our life to live in the blessing of the Almighty God.
Do God's roles overlap with each other? For example, there are many variations of God, like God of love, God of death, God of birth. Are these the same gods with just different names?
Yeah. So there will always be somebody assigned for a certain service, right? Just like we have one government, but we have many sub-departments from one government. So it's the same. God everywhere is the same, but the duty is different. So the God with a certain duty, for example, you say to me, God of death, God of love, and God of birth, right? So they are the representative of lower awareness of God, lower gods. So this God usually be at the astral level, the first level of existence, or maximum the second level of existence. But if we talk about God, the creator of it all, then we talk about God the Almighty in the fifth level of existence. And that's only one God over there. But when this concept of God going down into the creation and manifest itself to the causal level and to the astral level, It can be many lower gods and goddesses, many deities. Out of that God power,
Do gods and humans share the same one universal mind?
yes, there's only one universal mind. It has been this one mind all along. Yes, and we have been called this Kal. We have been called this Mahakal, right? In the universal mind level. And this Mahakal control everything in this lower creation of existence, in this shadow universe. And we, by operating with one mind, whoever reach that level will see oneness in everyone. Just like you can sense the thought in other people, you can understand all the animal, what they think, because you share the same universal mind. And within that mind, there's a oneness. But that oneness is not total. It's not the ultimate oneness that we should aim for. I understand that a lot of yogis, swamis, monks or nuns reaching that level and thinking that this is the ultimate because they can have access to the power of the universal mind, the power of Mahakal that create the whole section of the shadow universe, and they don't want to go further. But you will see whoever that reach the universal mind level will very much operate in the ego self. And in that ego self, that's still not true love. That's still not like the total oneness. So my advice is that whoever reaching this universal mind, they have to seek to go further and make a connection with a perfect living master, representative of God, representative of the creator, of the totality of consciousness. So they can progress higher from this level of the last barrier of illusion to the level of complete reality. So yes, that would be my advice. From our human perspective, it might not look that different where you have awareness of God, the creator, or awareness of this universal mind. It's very, very similar. But if you compare the two, the awareness of this universal mind level or the fourth level compared to the awareness of totality of consciousness of the fifth level of awareness, is different by love. One still operate in identity and selfish mode, and another one operate in a selfless mode of true love. So that's how I can identify whoever reaching the fifth level or not, or that one only reaching the level of universal mind. And let the love and affinity pull you toward the perfect one, not the imposter one. Because in this world, there are many spiritual teachers and very less perfect living master or perfect teacher. So we cannot actually understand the difference unless we have faith that within our heart we seek the ultimate truth, and that ultimate truth has responsibility to show itself, himself or herself to you.
That's it for today's satsang. Thank you, main speaker, for spending time with us for this satsang. If you want more information about ISTA Asia, please go to www.istaasia.com. You can also subscribe to our newsletter and email us any inquiries you may have regarding spirituality. You can also send your questions to seek.istaasia.com. Thank you for listening.